Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a great week last week and had a wonderful weekend. I know many of us are experiencing some very cold temperatures right now, and we had just had about snow. I know last week the Pacific Northwest had quite a bit of snow. My parents said they had about a foot of snow, and it came on this way here, and I hear somebody chewing on my camp here. I know many here got that bout, and well, we got uh, maybe 8 inches or so. I'm not really sure. I just know I'm so done with winter. It's a cold one though. It's very cold. Not. It's really strange because I kind of watch my dogs how they react to the cold, and not too long ago, we got down to supposedly 32 degrees below zero. And I remember watching the weather, and it was like 25 degrees below zero. And I let my dogs out, and they were outside frolicking. They were enjoying themselves. And this morning, I let them out, and they were acting very peculiar, like normal in the house. But when they went outside, they tried doing their normal bouts of play before they go potty in the morning, and they just wouldn't really do much. They ran around for a little bit, but then they started to hold up their paws. Like, I knew that they were cold. It's cold outside, but it feels colder out there now. And I want to say that it's like 17 or so. So right now it feels like, let's see, I'm trying to see what the real feel is here. My app had uh, like updated. Oh shoot! It says it's 3 degrees below zero out there, and when I checked on my hubby's phone, it was like seven. It felt like 17 degrees below zero. So it's cold out there now, but not nearly as cold as when we had the supposed like 30 degree below zero, and they didn't act this way. It was really strange. They didn't act that way. They didn't hold their paws up. They were out there frolicking in the snow, playing, and they didn't come in until I was like, "Okay, guys, you guys go potty. I'm cold. Let's go inside." This time they were telling me they were done, so I actually had to let them out twice because they just were done. They didn't want to be out there anymore. Jax was like trying to lay down, get his paws warm, and he was just acting very unlike he did before when it was supposedly colder. So it was very weird. So I brought them in, let them warm up. They ate their breakfast, and 5 minutes later, um, 5 minutes after they ate their breakfast, so they were in the house for about like 10, 15 minutes. I let them back outside, and they immediately went to the bathroom, and were just ready to go back in. It's just very strange. They're acting like it's much colder out there now than it was before. So I don't think this is locked. Um, yeah, I don't think this is locked. Okay, it is not locked. Good. Um, so yeah, it's really strange. With the cold, it feels very cold out there with me. Like it's immediately feels like my face and fingers were freezing. Like I could feel it freeze. Um, even though I hadn't been out there for very long at all. Where it was like 25 to 30 below zero, I could be out there for a little bit. So it's really peculiar. The world has been very peculiar. The lately it's been things have been strange, and just not normal. Like not normal. Like I've had. I've been in Wisconsin um, for 6 winters now, and it's just very different this year, this winter, versus the last that I've encountered. So, um, yeah, it's very strange, but Hopefully you guys are staying warm. It's as warm as it's going to be here. The house stays, I think, at like 60 some degrees normally. So I'm usually wrapped up in a blanket, and we have like an electric blanket and stuff. So um, it's like a battery operated um, like throw that you can, it turns into like a poncho you can wear. It's got a little battery pack that you keep. Um, and we got that, and I just got blankets like around me, and I stay warm. I stay toasty. Which I'm gonna fix my blanket right now. So apologize for that. I did not do a stream last Friday. Hubby ended up hurting himself. Um, he got off work early on Thursday because of the weather. We value life over money. So I'm like, he took PTO anyway, so it doesn't hurt him. Um, so he used PTO. He came home early, and then because of the snow, and then he ended up hurting his back, so he had to call off on the Friday. So when he's home, I take every opportunity to spend time with him. So I decided not to do a stream on Friday. I just relaxed with him. We got some stuff done at the house, got some shopping done, and we got shopping done on Thursday. I think that's when he hurt his back, honestly. And then he relaxed on Friday, and I just got some prep and stuff done. So, yeah, I'm on Fallout this morning because I'm preparing for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Fashion Out that starts, and it goes until, I want to say, the beginning of March. I think it was. I'm not too sure. But I have a cough drop in my mouth. Sorry. Um, I don't normally talk a lot, so I used to talk often because I was in customer service. But then I stopped that job when I moved here, and I haven't been in that line of field for ever since then because the jobs that are in my field are not here. They're either in Madison or Milwaukee, and I just cannot phantom driving an hour to 2 hours away for a job. Um, there's some changes to this camp. But yeah, I said that sorry, I derailed. But that was the reason why I don't really talk as much anymore. I've found that with that, my throat gets dry quite often, so a cough drop helps get me through my stream, so you guys don't hear my raspiness that happens when it dries out. But yeah, so this is my Mothman. It was my Mothman camp. I kind of went through and changed it. I still have some some changes to do, but overall, I think it's turned out uh, quite nice. Get some coffee. So inside, I changed the wallpaper. I went with the Nuka Cola. It's like the charcoal with the gold Nuka Cola emblems on it for the living room. I thought that it paired really well with the brick um, the centerpiece that I've got for the fireplace. So this is the living area, and when you sit down on the couch, like right in this center one here, you can see just the living area. You go from this view to that view, so you get to see the entirety. So it divides the living area from the dining and kitchen quite well. I thought that paired well. And then I went with this pink color because um, as I was growing up, I was never really allowed to express being female, being a girl, liking bright, vibrant colors. So I usually would tone it down, and I would say I didn't like pink. And the reason I said like I didn't like pink is to psych myself out, so that way I wouldn't like girly things. So that's just kind of part of childhood trauma, I want to say. I got something devouring my camp again. These mole rats. So in my healing, I'm allowing myself to like these bright and vibrant colors. That it's okay to like wear like pink, to wear pink. It's just a color to show that you are like just happy, you know. And a lot of people are gonna be like, what do you mean?" For me, like bright colors make me happy. You know, I like bright, I like vibrant. And then when I'm like calm, I like cool colors. So it's just like it's my attitude. It's like my mood. So it kind of it helps. And when I was a kid, I wasn't able to express. I wasn't able to express that. I wasn't able um, to really like wear girly things. So it was mostly hand-me-downs from my brother. Um, oh my goodness gracious, these just keep coming. So it was hand-me-downs from my brother. So I was mostly wearing boys' clothes. So that kind of grew with me, and I thought that it was it was bad to wear clothes like that. So I wasn't really dressing as a girl until I met my now hubby. So things have changed. I've been slowly allowing my feminine to come out and let my masculine take a back seat. So it's in that a lot that is allowing these girly colors, as they call it, these bright, beautiful pink, purple colors that I used to say that I didn't like because I thought they were quote unquote too girly. That was just me masking, um, you know, the things that I had. So yeah, now I'm decorating with flowers and pink wallpaper, pink hearts and stuff. Up here, I did keep it where it is neutral because this is a calm space. You know, I put pink in the kitchen because it's like a place where I love to be. I like to cook, I like to bake. It's very happy, very upbeat. So it's like pink is gonna go perfect in the kitchen, and then something more calmer, like this green and white wallpaper, would be great for the bedroom because it's cool, it's relaxing, it's classic. And it just it ties in. I've got the pink here. It shows in the bedroom because you can have that burst of uh, of space in your bedroom. You know when you're being playful with your partner. So it's perfect. You have the visible pink to bring in that mood, and then otherwise you have the green to offset to make it calm, cool, and you can just picture yourself on the bed, relaxing, cuddling, and just watching the water outside the waterfall and just enjoying the the nature scene around you. And you can either lay right here on the rug and just look up at the stars. Just throw a blanket and pillows and just stargaze. It's the concept of this is like a retreat. I removed most of the Mothman stuff. I still have to replace the chandeliers with something I haven't decided yet. I want that cool, um, like a color. And then I left the Mothman statue because I actually like that lamp. It ties in well with that little area, so I left that. Um, Everything else I kind of changed. I still have to find the lighting. These aren't bad because all it is just wood with candles. So I left that. There's no skeletals or anything. The fireflies, which you can see in the bathroom, by the way. I thought that was quite funny. If you go into the bathroom, you can see the reflection of the fireflies in the mirror. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. But yeah, and then the concept of the layout is, so you have to understand that when you're in the wasteland, you're usually coming across places that were already built, and you kind of just like tweak them a bit, or you built them um, based on what you like, the knowledge that you had. So I turned this into, it was a like a place where they rented um, like to swim and then to hike. So there's really no like indoor bathroom. It was more like a place where you would, stop, check in, um, and then depending on where you go hiking or you just go swimming. And this right here was all extended by the person who found the location. And instead of turning the bathroom inward, which means I'd have to turn this into a bathroom wall, which would be into the kitchen here. To minimize that work, because who wants the bathroom to go directly into the kitchen? It's just no, unsanitary. So they left it, and they just extended this part here over top to give a roof to keep you out of the rain. So that was the whole thing when they built this, and then the bathroom is out here for more sanitary, and plus it's not a pivotal part of life. You shower and use the bathroom. That's it. The most that you spend time with is going to be in your living room relaxing, or up in your bedroom relaxing with your partner. So those are the parts that I focused on. Now, with it being the wasteland, of course, I kept the workshop pretty simple, but also still pleasing to the eye. I've got all the pivotal things that are needed and necessary to survive. And of course, you've got the decorations and everything that are needed to make it more homey. All right, I'll take some right away. Um, Seriously, not understanding why I'm being attacked all of a sudden. Of course, I've got bright colors. And then there's two different ways that you get to the camp. You have the mountain trail that goes up and around, and you can come down. And the water is pretty much untouched. It's up top. There's nothing in the house that touches the water. And you have the thing that goes underneath the water. I'm not even going to get into how that's even possible, but they built it. And then you have their filtration system and everything. I pretend that is my filtration system. Shh. I just, it's a whole part of your imagination. Sorry. There's signs up left over from the old days. That's what the restrooms are for. Um, but yeah, that was the whole part with this cabin built. It's a retreat that my tune had discovered and made their own. And usually my hubby and I play together, so I always tie in us together. So I always keep it mindful with us, because I'm like, okay, we live together, we role play together. So we have wedding rings in the game as well. That's actually the first part where we got married was in the game. So, um, but yeah, so I tied this into being masculine in the living room because this is his castle, and then more feminine in the kitchen because that's where I'm usually at. I know it sounds no, because I love to cook for him. I like to feed him. I like to be there to support him, and he's the breadwinner of the house, so I'm going to take care of things and make it as comfortable for him. So I'm really old fashioned in that thinking, and I do submit to him. He is my my rock, aside from, of course, the Almighty, but like, and flesh and blood, who is my person, and he is my husband. I'm going to submit to him. I'm going to cater to him, because he, in return, he loves me. He respects me as well as a woman, and as his partner, and he provides support, and he provides affection and love and intimacy, and he provides the funds for me to be able to give to him, turn ingredients into nourishing meals, to provide me the ability to clean, to cook for him, to be there in all ways that I wouldn't be able to. Um, if I was in my more masculine, or unwilling to submit to him, I would be like butting heads. Um, I I respect him wholeheartedly, and it's been a journey for us both. So that ties in. I know it's a long-winded, but that I tie that into, like it would be in real life. I'm gonna make it as comfortable for him. I'm not gonna make it just all about me. Even though I'm gonna be the one that's mostly spending time in the home, because he's gonna be working, but I'm still gonna make it comfortable for him. It's gonna be geared all around making him comfortable. So when he is home after a long day at work, he could do whatever he needs to do, and then he's the ability to relax. And I thought this would be perfect. He actually does not like open fireplaces. He doesn't like the smell of the smoke. So in the game, it allows me to be that part. So, but like if it was in our home, it would be like a faux fireplace, type of heater. I still probably would have a wood stove, but I wouldn't make it my centerpiece, because I like to. I think that wood burning is much better than having electric or oil heats. Personally, that's just how I was kind of raised, I guess you would say. In Florida, we really didn't have heat. Um, but when we moved to Idaho, we had a wood burning stove. So, it was just something that was tied in for me. I like the smell of um, the wood, and the hint of smoke that you get, and going outside and chopping the wood. It was great exercise. I loved helping to get the wood, like going out and cutting it. And even though the girls weren't really able to do it, my family is very old school as well, old fashioned. So when we did go with my uncles, my mom and my sister and I would be sidelined. They're like, no, you can just sit there, let the guys handle. But when it comes to being at home chopping the wood, my parents weren't as strict, so we'd be able to go out there and chop wood. I know I like to do it. Yeah, don't judge. So that's the main reason on why I chose the charcoal with the brick, is because it's very masculine. And then, of course, I've got my decorations to the side, which is the feminine part of it. And then you have the evergreen, like the fern, or whatever those are, to the front, because they're evergreen. And it's still like a masculinity. And then in the kitchen, of course, I've got it more feminine, because this is where I'm able to express my femininity. I can't even say it. Femininity, the feminine in me, um, in cooking and providing a nourishing meal for my hubby. And then I'm able to tidy, and of course, it goes into the bedroom as well. So it was just that's kind of the reason, is because it's a happy place for me. Besides being in bed, cuddled up in his arms, I love being in the kitchen. I love being able to create food that nourishes his body, that keeps him going. And when we do our prayers, and we eat together, we talk. It's just something that brings us together. And me being in the kitchen is, I don't look at it as a chore. I don't look at it as work. I look at it as an act of love. So that was the decoration for that. And I already went through the bedroom. With the pink wall is to bring in that pop. So when you have that excitement, and then the green is to cool it down for the comfort. And then I have my, this would be my station here, because I still would do, my upkeeps, my nourishing to the skin type of things. I've got my feminine decor here. I still have the green, but I have the succulents to add a vibrant color to it. So it's masculine and feminine together. It's not too girly, but not too masculine. It's a nice balance. I've got normal clutter here. I'm a woman who likes stuffies because my husband allows me to bring out that inner child in me to be myself. And as a woman, I like things that are soft. I like things that are squishy. I love stuffed animals. They're cute. I love cuddling. And he allows me to be myself. And it doesn't bother him. He's not saying stop acting like a child. He embraces that part of me because he accepts it's who I am. So he lets that in me. Even in my home, um, he'll, when we're out and about, he'll be like, if I see a stuffy, he'll see my face just like, and he's like, do you want it? And I'm like, oh, I do, but I'm like, I don't think that we have room, because I've got stuffies everywhere. So, uh, sometimes if he sees my expression as something I really, really want, he will, as I'm walking past it, he'll just grab it, put it in the cart, or he'll grab it and carry it, and he'll be like, I'll be like, what are you doing? And he'll be like, you want this? Don't say anything. I'm going to get it for you because I know that you want it. And I know that you're going to say no, but it's too bad. I'm going to get it for you. So he does that for things that if he just watches my facial expression and he can know that there's something that's like I really really want it, and I know that I'm conscientious about money. I don't want to overspend. I don't want to be spoiled. But there's times where he's like, no, you're gonna let me do this for you. um, I I know that you want it, and he gets it for me. Or there'll be times that um, we pass on something, and I'm like, no, 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 I really don't. It's cute, but I know. And then, a couple days later, he runs to the store to conveniently grab something, and he comes home with that item. It's that him saying that he's like, I'm gonna spoil you. I know that you said that you don't need it, but I saw how you really wanted it, and I got it for you. So, um, he is just like that, and it's just a breath of fresh air to be accepted for who you are, and not to be told that stop acting like a child. That's child's toy. That's for children. You don't need it, and it's just like a part of me. I was never able to express this as a child, so he's allowing me to express it now. He's allowing me to express that I love these cute cuddly things, and it's okay. It's my safe space. He's fine with it. He embraces every part of who I am, just like I embrace every part of who he is. So that's kind of why I got the stuffies around here. And then I've got the display case for the beer sign. He likes to collect things like this in real life. So I tied that into the game as well. And then I have a workstation here for typing and stuff. It ties in for both of us. It's both masculine, and then it has my hint of crazy, stuffy obsession. They're everywhere, but again, he loves that part of me. And we got a little owl friend here. I just thought that would be a good thing. The chaise lounge here to kind of just sit and relax. So if he's doing something, I could just sit here and look outside and just enjoy a nap. Um, Table here with fruit and succulents, also to bring in the coolness and the contemporary, and also the freshness, because plants fresh in the air. I've got my little the flower displays here with the bright, vibrant colors as well, because I don't want the bedroom just to be stagnant. I want it to be fun. I want it to be inviting. I want it to be enjoyable to be around. And the plants not only filter out the oxygen and keep the air clean, but it adds that color to help with the moods. So it's perfect. And just have some odds and ends here, just to make it feel more lived in. Absolutely love the shelf here for the sashes. When it first came out, I wasn't able to get it, and then it went on sale, and I was able to finally get it. I wish they'd give us more things that are like this. That way, that when you're creating a build, you can make it like more lived in. I just wish the skull wasn't on there, but like I understand why it's like a mysterious thing. But that's kind of like the reason why I love that is just because it gives that cluttered, lived-in feeling. Because shelves, if you walk into someone's house, their shelves are not going to be empty. It's going to have that feeling of being lived in. So that's kind of like the reason of why I decorated the camp the way that I did. Um, I do tie in us being together as a part. Like this isn't just for me; it's for me and my partner. And out here is just a hodgepodge of things. This is just the welcoming area. I would put the shop table right here. I have it blueprinted. So all I have to do is go to my blueprint, scroll all the way down, and it's right here. I can plop it down. It's already, I don't have to merge, don't have to do anything. And I can just store it. I have it stored because, again, I am at close to max caps. So don't want people buying anything from me just yet. So that's this camp. I've been working on this one um, uh, just to kind of tweak it a little bit for my decor. But it's for the most part still perfect the way that it is. I don't think that this one's going to go away anytime soon. So let's go to the next camp. Last one we gave was this one. This one was the church one that we did. So and this one here is the Helvetia one, which I will have open with the Fashionat. Hopefully, I can go and spend some of the caps so that way I can have my camp back on to um, to sell some things because putting these camps up are very it just oof, it scares me because I don't want someone to buy something and I lose out the caps. It's not like the caps matter, but and then we check this one here. I need to change the names, but this one here is the barn up in the Toxic Valley. Those are the three camps that we looked at the last stream. This stream is going to be um, the remainder of my camps. So we checked the sanctuary one. That one was also that was the one that was starting. So we'll go ahead and the next one we'll do is the Camp 13 here. This one I do have on for the best builds. So we'll check on that and see if we have any likes, and then we'll do the next best build one we have, and then I'll do my first actual like cluttered build. It's like the first build that I did lots of merging and I made it really small, so it's like small but it's full. My build budget is pretty much maxed out, even though it's a very small area. But I wanted to do like a lived-in feeling on it. So this one here is just under the bridge. Sorry, my throat. There we go. I'll have to be quick on this one because I really don't want anyone to to buy stuff. All right, so this one here is in Flatwoods. And this one here is built right into this auto shop, or maybe it used to be a fire station. I'm not too sure. So this one is a house built right on top of it. It like meshes really well. You cannot access the the, the garage, but the residence was still accessible. So my the whole thing as my tune came through, and I'll kind of just like revamped it completely. So it still has the condemned signs on it and everything. For when the war was going on, this place was abandoned before the bombs fell, with all the houses boarded up and stuff. So, all right, we'll get into it. Right here is just where you have just some random stuff. It's just nothing really much. Trees. Got the little crow, the raven perched there. I have LED lights here. Just the blue to give it a nice blue color. The water collection system here. More blue lights. Some flowers just for a pop of color. And then we just have this location here, worm farm, for like the soil and stuff. And then we have our little lizard here for the bugs. We have our little area here for relaxation. So we have a hot tub with just some flowers around, just to give it a nice relaxation view. Plus, you get to sit here and not really be bothered by anybody. And I like how this turned out here because the walkway like really sunk into the foundation, so it seems like it's built right on, like just a an additive to the building that's already been there. You have access to the roof, which is where all the power is hooked up. This right here is the bar / workshop area. Just some random stuff. You have the doghouse out there, the Collectron and whatnot, just randomly put out there. The shelving for it's empty. I was gonna put some stuff on there, but then my workshop budget just closed. Out here is just for if you have guests, they can relax out by the fire. You know, the cooking station. Lots of things that I will not take you into here because I built that a long time ago and not too proud of what I built. I have to completely redecorate what's inside. But yeah, workshop area here. And then inside, I love this part of it. This is the workshop, so they turn this into a storefront, so they can do trading, bartering. This is how they make their livelihood. So people who would come through, they can stop in, grab a whatever they needed off the bar, and repair their armor, weapons, whatever, and then they can come in here and buy stuff. I'll turn the light on so you can see inside. But this is the lighting. It's really cool and soft. Gives it a mysterious type of vibe. I wanted to go with cool colors for just that mysterious part. You get that a lot in Fallout. So that's the reason why the lighting is that way. So I've got just like water coolers, popcorn that they can purchase. Ice, of course. Don't think the ice machine works, but drinks, freezer, wood stove. I haven't been able to glitch fire in here with these. It's very tricky. I want to, but I have not been able to, unfortunately. And this is the storefront, just some odds and ends. Odds and ends on the back shelf. I wanted to make it full. So if you're coming to trade and barter, Nuka-Cola, and then this random stuff here. These are the bigger appliances that you could sell. So that's like the storefront. And then up here is where the person or where my tune live. So up here is just random stuff, washer, dryer, seating area to enjoy the view. And then in here is the sleeping quarters. Again, I wanted to make it cool and just not cool but calm and warm. So I just have the one lamp, and then the fireplace gives off that glow. And then the bed, it's very minimal. I didn't want to do a lot of decorating the shelves, so I just put this here to give it a cluttered living feeling. And then down here, the bearskin rug, and that we have, you can just lay in front of the fire and enjoy cuddles and the warmth on a cool evening. So it's very minimal. This one was it didn't it took me a while to get this the way that I wanted because of it being on a building, right? But it turned out to be so much better than I expected. So this one I haven't left like wanted to tear down. I kind of wanted to tweak it a bit, but I'm not sure how. Yeah, it turned out really great. I like this. Bar stools here for anyone who wants to. And of course, all this stuff here I leave unlocked for people who are passing by, other Fallout adventurers. Everything is free to use. Everything's free to take. I rarely lock anything. If I do, it's only because of the presence, really. So there's that one. We'll check the best builds and see what we have as far as likes. So 31. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's been up there since September. So from September till now, it's gotten that many likes. All right, so now we're gonna go up north here by the vaults. Camp 15. This one is also a best builds. This one is more. I'm not really sure how to explain it. I'll just. It's got a lot of more detail into it. I wanted to make a fish tank, and I had a good friend of mine help me with merging and stuff because there were some things I didn't really understand. He taught me how to do some merges, so that was nice. So looking up over here, up on the fence, because there's going to be some ghouls that are going to spawn right here. As you can tell, they attack my stuff as they spawn. So we'll see if they need to be killed. Probably not. I think the turret probably took care of them. Yeah. Alright, so this is the other camp. This one here, I did when we were doing Meat Week. I wanted a camp that was close enough to Meat Week, but not too close. And because in this general area, you're not allowed to build anymore because they increased the radius around. So this place here was perfect. I liked having a little pond to swim in. And I was able to incorporate that with my build. So we'll go ahead and get into it. So this is the front. We got the dog collection here. This right here is just a microscope I put down just to see if people would be trying to pick it up. It's just one of those things that you get from the Raider Thief for the Foundation people, and I just put it on a chessboard display. It sunk right into the ground. I didn't have to do anything for it. It was perfect for me. Alright, so let's start over here. Yeah, see they spawn. This right here is the pond to swim in. We've got a boat that's kind of like half sunken. So what I did was just put some of these makeshift canoe chairs. And there's my kitty. I put a campfire down. And I just put a mask down just for decoration. So it's just one of those normal Fashion masks from last year. And then when you go up over here, you have the water collectors. This is just for Mothman eggs because sometimes those are daily. And then we have the tree sap collector here, and then shelving and that. So I've got my turret on top of the rundown car or truck. So we'll start on this side and then we'll go up and around. Oh, actually, no, let's go to the up and around and then we'll go back inside. So over here, we have the bathroom area. It's not inside. Bathroom area is a porta potty that they drug from over in this area, and then a sink to wash your hands. And then we have the cryo, the hot water. This is the weather machine, power, and this symptomatic. It all fit here perfectly, like like it looks really good. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And then up here, they turned this area into their power armor station display, and then they just have like this drinks, and they could just sit here and admire the power armor. You know, if you have guests and stuff. I did have food here, but I decided to remove it because it's a lot for the build budget. And I stopped doing XP runs because I got to my level and it's just, I was kind of done. Um, so this right here, I did multi-levels with the help of a friend. It turned out flawless. I was very happy with how this turned out because this was not easy. So what's multi-level is that you have one, two, three. So it's three different levels of flooring that you're going up and down. So one, two, and three. And it just took a lot of time to get it to where it lined up perfectly. So out here is the workshop area. We have all the workbenches. The only workbenches we do not have are over here for power armor. These two tie in together so that the person that lives here is a part of their crew over there. And so workshop here, everything is really close in, close together. We have lights that help with the darkness, of course. And then we have our water purification. This is where my vendors go. This is the shower, bug zapper, waste acid. Shower is for when, of course, you're just normal shower, and then also when you're swimming. After you're done swimming, this goes right down into the water, and you can go back up, rinse off, dry off, go inside. Woman of the Wastelands, got that up. Outside, I've got the bricks. I thought it was a nice touch with the windows up top. The lights in natural light. So this is the living room area. Got a chair here just to sit back, relax next to the fish tank. This is kind of what I got for the fish tank. This is the idea that we came up with. I thought it turned out pretty good. Got all the decorations at the bottom like a normal fish tank would have. And the fish swimming around in bags, of course, with the backlight to give it that green glow. I thought it turned out pretty nice. We have our treats and sweets table, popcorn for snacks and stuff. A kitty for my nickname, kitten, decorations to make it really homey. I have to have my feminine touch to it. Again, with the black, the charcoal colors to offset the stone, and I've got the white just to offset the black, so it adds contemporariness to the warmth. And then I have the seating, the rug. Of course, everything is tied in to make sure that it's both masculine but also comfortable. And then in the bedroom, I have the same. I've got the black. I've got two different colors. I've got the red here to really make this pop with the wood feeling. And then I've got the black color, which ties into the living room with the white. So it's really a good contemporary. And then I went with the bedroom to be a little bit more feminine, with the hints of masculinity, with of course, the red wall, because it's the red burn color, and then the black, the charcoal color, and then I added in posters, of course, my stuffies, things that are both me and him tied together. Workstation, plenty of plants to keep the air clean. This turned out really cool. The poster and how it turned out with the frame and stuff was great. A part bed because I like that one. Clothes. This one was really fun. I loved being able to do this. This is like, I have a lot of favorite camps. But this is definitely one of them because of like the one thing I love is the windows that let in all that natural light, and it's like window here, but then here is like window there, you know? It's got the high ceiling, so it's like very roomy. It's just, I love how these turned out. I really did. And then salon doors just for that. So yeah, so that's this camp. I'm not sure on how the line ends up. I think that is a texture issue because all of these are um, like their own little. There's nothing that is abnormal. Like the half wall, everything is lined up perfect to the flooring. So yeah, it's it turned out much better than I anticipated it. I'm hoping that the music is still copyright free. I just heard lyrics and I'm like, I don't want lyrics in my video, on my live stream. So, alright, so that's this one. That's this camp. Um, you could tell that I've got a certain build, that is consistent, and then others that are like, they're completely different. So let's go to, my next camp, which I think is the last one that we will look at for today, because I think that is the last one. Actually, we'll look at this one here, and then we'll look at this one if I can, which is Camp 14, which is my one that's next to West Tech. So let's go here. This is not a perfect build. I didn't do this one because, or not perfect, a best build. Um, I probably should, but this one I tweak it, like I change it so often. And if you take a camp and you change any part of it, it takes it off the best build and you have to resubmit it. So I didn't want to do that with this one because I changed it so often. I usually have this one active most of the time because this one was one of my favorites, but I didn't realize it was in a popular spot, or the spot became popular. So, most of the time I wasn't able to actually have it active. And you'll see pretty soon, like, the reason why it's so popular. Alright, I have to do this. The reason... I thought I heard somebody. The reason I had that on there is because of the Christmas we had. Like, I see I've got holiday presents still in there. I didn't empty this out before, so I people will steal, and even if you have it blocked off, they still will steal. It's quite sad. This one doesn't have, so I'm gonna go with this one again. His little home. That's how it usually is. Alright, so this one here is the outpost, the depot. It's just a store you come to. It's got anything and everything. This was just the depot for people. It's got a garden out front. And this one I didn't have any idea. It's a 2-tier, 2-layered. It's got the garden out front. So this first layer, which is garden. This usually does always get attacked by stuff. So this usually has root fruit. So it's this front here, garden. I've got these tiki torches here. Oh, shush. Shush, 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 shush. No. Alright, so I removed those. um, so this right here is the front of the depot. So garden, I've got lights, the flamingos. You have to have flamingos. Over here is just a hodgepodge of stuff. You have the shelter entrance, the worms, this little floral centerpiece with the succulents and the palm with this sign. Just a bunch of stuff, random stuff. And then you go up here. I thought I heard the person again. Oh, they left. Okay. And this right here is just like the area where you would sit and just be by the fire to warm yourself. Random stuff on the shelves and boxes, decorations, just random things, you know, just you'd see at those old roadside antique stores or depot stores. Put a close sign there, and then you come inside. So you'll have these, the doors, little tree, and this right here is the inside of the depot. It is a workstation and a little diner. You should have my two vending machines here. I had to remove those because I didn't want someone to buy them. Shelves are always full. Decorations. Workshops are all the way. They're all stuffed in here. Random decorations and stuff on the wall. And then back behind here, you have the cook stove, water, things that they can help themselves with. They have to do like a challenge to eat cake or something. More things back behind for decoration purposes, only to make it look full. Like if you're buying stuff, they'd have stuff on the shelf. Got a fire alarm there. This is what that sounds like. Alright, this is the decoration. It was really, when this came about, I wasn't expecting it to look as good as it did. And it looks good because it's like it fits in with Fallout so well, you know, and these chandeliers and stuff. And then we move inside here. This is going to be with the living quarters. So this right here would be where you watch TV. Got the symptomatic water, the big windows, so you can see out and enjoy the natural sunlight. This is just a sitting area with the TV. And then you go into the living quarters completely, the bedroom. I'll shut this door here because I don't want to get too distracted. You know, the fireplace, the bed. This one here is very, very dark, very warm. Doesn't have any natural light that's coming in. You just have the candle lights in these windows here. Very minimal decorations. It's just a nice, cozy place to unwind. And then out here, when the weather is good, you have your barbecue, you have a hammock with the butterflies to sit there and relax. You have the outdoor seating area here. And then the hot tub. This would be where you'd go to freshen up and whatnot. So, yeah, it's so very it's very minimal. I changed this up a lot because this used to be like a shower area, but I changed that and put an outdoor fireplace with a roof. This was a pain in my tush to try and put down the roofing, but I finally got it to stick, and then I put this here with the chair and these crates just to add a nice touch. So that's this one. This one here, it evolves constantly. So that's why I never really submit it as a best build, because I'm always continuously changing something and decorating. So that's this one. This one I really do like. It's one of my my favorites. Let's go ahead and turn off the open sign though, because it's not open. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Next one is going to be over here by West Tech. This is the last one. And then I will go ahead and call it quits because hubby is going to call pretty soon. This one I also did not submit as a best build because this also this continuously gets updated as well. I put this one here for when we do XP grinds. Like if I'm helping somebody with leveling up, this is something that I will I'll activate, and I'll show you why in a second. Usually have some unsavory characters around here, so we'll go ahead and take them out if they are alive. There we go. Get rid of the ticks. That kind of scared me for a second. Alright, so this right here is the West Tech build. Right here is another. I have this because there. I don't need I don't need that. It's not necessary. Let's put the hedges back up. Dying, okay, it's a dying hedge. There we go. Holiday gifts again. I just didn't clean these out when I had them active. So this right here is the garden area. And hold on, let me change the weather real quick. This is the weather machine. I just had this because I was doing the scoreboard when this is active, and I wanted to see what it looked like, and then I just didn't. If I can change where's here. There you are. I just want to get the. I might have to like store something. We'll just store this. There we go. There. That way you can actually see the. So here I've got gourds. This is for a plant. Anything that's necessary, anything that's needed. Gourds was the one thing to make XP buff. I forgot what it was, but so that's why I've got gourds there. And then I've got two different ways to get up. You've got the entrance over there, and you have the entrance here. This entrance is really straightforward. But if you cannot jump up there, this is usually the entrance that people can go to. It's very it's easy to get to. Just go up the stairs, and it's easy to jump. I've got just random stuff here because you need a lot of boiled water. So I got dirty collectors, and then I've got my boiled water and more dirty water collectors here because it's necessary to make the stew. So top part here is just workshop. We got things that are right here for food buffs and stuff. Some candy, just if you have dailies and stuff to do. I have 2 of each workstation. The reason I have 2 of each workstation is because of wanting to have your teammates. They're working on stuff you don't want to take turns, so you have 2, and that just helps, move people along, especially if you're wanting just to get in and out really quickly. I've got stash boxes, scrap boxes. The ammo storage I only have 1 because that's only necessary. But I've got the stash boxes and scrap boxes on both sides, 1 on each side. So tool chest for storage, your stash box, and this right here is your scrap box. So we have 2 of each, just to help alleviate. I only have 1 here, and then I've got 1 over here for power armor. So, and the cooking station, of course, and lots of water. And up here, I just have buffs. I've got another storage ammo here next to the ammo converter. And then these are for buffs. I've got 3 beds. Some minimal decorations here just to make it feel homey. This ammo container, I leave everything unlocked for people. That way that if they need anything, they can help themselves. But yeah, these are just for buffs. Luck, strength, XP, intelligence. All of these here give buffs that give you more XP. So that's the reason why it's built the way that it is. And it's ever changing because there's certain things that I will add and take away just for the purpose of, if someone needs something, I can just quickly put it down and then take it away if it doesn't really fit in with the build. But that's this one. This one's very simple, straightforward, and there's nothing special about it really. I try to make it homey. I try to make it look nice at least. But this right here is just for XP farming, and it's next to West Tech because I wanted to have a place where it's easy access instead of having to go all the way to a camp that's not that's far away. This right here is just quick and easy. What's down here? Oh, looks like we have a tent. Get a nuclear key card. The one thing that a lot of people forget though is jumping off that ledge right there, you will die. And they just think that they could just jump off and like land there. It's like, no, you can't do that. There we go. Oh, it's gonna self-destruct in a few seconds, so we'll run away. But that would be the last camp that I've got. I think I've covered all of them thoroughly. There's no real story behind this one. I was just at a free camp space one day, and I was like, I wanted to do XP runs to get my level up a little bit and take part of double XP. I don't have my jetpack on apparently. It's right here. There we go. No, I haven't. They say it's double XP, but I don't know if that's it. Oh, it is. See, double XP weekend. So it ends today at 11. I think it'll either end today or tomorrow. These are just my mutations. Alright, I think what we'll do is take some of these here to oh, a falcon. Vulcan? This must be new. Yeah, there's another. It's with the ultracite crystals like growing out of it for some reason. I can take some of these and yeah, I got a lot of attacks will heal friendly targets, bash damage while reloading. None of those are very good to want to scrap, so I'll probably just go through and just script these for some script. But yeah, those are my camps. I wanted to finish the camps off on the next stream we'll be doing fashion art runs. So it'll probably just do one Fashionot and kind of explaining what it is, going through the Fashionot masks and whatnots, because it's one every hour and I'm not going to be able to do multiple. So you'll just see one Fashionot event, and I'll kind of explain a little bit, if you're not familiar with Fallout. It's one of my favorite events, just simply because it's just fun. It's easy. And now we don't have to worry about griefers really. They've taken matters, and the area that it takes place, which is in Helvetia, is a safe zone, so now they can't drop nukes. So we don't have to worry about griefers. We don't have to worry about being spawned into a nuke zone. Those are all a pain, and they do add um, difficulty too. So I understand people that, they get bored. So I always say that if you get bored, start a new character. You start from scratch. So it makes it difficult because you have to gain everything in your back. The only reason you're bored is because you're pretty much OP. You have the mutation so you can jump. You have everything so you can run. You don't have to worry about carry weight. So if you start from zero, again, you're going to have to build all that back up. So instead of griefing other people, just start a new game or just go to a different game if you're bored. Don't make other people's experiences on this game miserable just because you're miserable. It's unfair. They should really think about other people. There's people that are trying to play and then they're trying to get into this, and they want to enjoy it, but then they get griefed by these people who are bored, and they're like, oh, this is how I play the game. It's like, I understand that you bought the game, you can play it how you want, but why are you making other people miserable because you're miserable? If you're miserable, just leave the game entirely or start a new character and make it difficult again. So that's my take on it. I don't like griefers. I don't think that there's a reason for someone to make another person's experience miserable just because they are miserable. If you're miserable in the game or if you're miserable in real life, you don't have to project that onto someone else who has nothing to do with your miserableness. That's something that you can change. You have the opportunity to change it, instead of attacking other people to bring yourself entertainment. So, yeah, those are my, I'm trying to find my phone. I just had my phone. I'm gonna need it because I don't have my thing turned on. No. Alright, well, I'll have to find, oh, there it is. I'll have to go because it is getting really close. I do have the word of the day today. It's very simple and it's straightforward. It's John 1, 1 John 5, 20. So chapter 5, 20, verse 20. We live in union with the true God, in union with his son Jesus Christ. This is the true God, and this is eternal life. Essentially, the Christ says that no one goes to the Father except through him. So, a lot of people, yes, that Christ was the Son of God, but Christ was also God. It says in there that who is in me, I am in him. God is also in us because he's our creator. We are created in his image. And Christ was God. Who took himself and he came down and he turned the words are out of my head right now, so bear with me. I've been up since early this morning. Just woke up at 4 o'clock and I get up to make hubby's breakfast, and that way he's got breakfast, his protein bar for his snack, and then lunch, which I usually make extras for dinner. And last night I made a homemade shrimp stir fry. Getting better at making the sausage. I'm not going based on recipe, I just go based on what he likes, his taste. And that's what he took for lunch today. So I get all that prepared for him, so he can get prepared and get on his way. So my brain is just not functioning all that well apparently. So So he incarnated himself on earth in human and flesh to sacrifice, which is himself. And he did it in a way, like, he didn't it's just, think of yourself as a video game character. Your video game character doesn't know that you're controlling it. Just think that as God, and your video game character so is Christ. So they're the same, but the video character, Christ, doesn't know that he's God. God knows that's God, but he doesn't. So he incarnated himself, sacrificed, died for us, experienced anguish and pain on a level that we will not know if we choose to go through Christ. If we choose to allow Christ inside, we will not know that pain and anguish. He endured that for us. And like it boggles my mind how people can say that God is like our Heavenly Father is evil and is not real. And I'm like, I have had things in my life happen where there is no other explanation but God. So in my eyes, right now, oh sorry, I hit the mic. Looking back, I beg to differ when people say that he's not real. There's no proof. I see proof. I see the proof. I am the proof. I've experienced the proof. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, you don't have nothing. You're not rich. You don't have." You have to look at it differently. I don't measure wealth in forms of really money. I'm getting away from thinking that the money makes you wealthy. I have something that a lot of people don't have. I have my connection with my Heavenly Father, and all the good that it's bringing me. It's got me. He has brought me a partner, who has helped heal me. I'm able to heal because he came into my life, and vice versa. It wasn't easy. It was extremely difficult. We didn't know what was going on at the time until after the fact. And now that we know, it's brought us closer together. We have a love, and we know love. A lot of people aren't going to be able to experience because they just refuse. And that's something that they have that choice. They have that option. It's not anything that we're gonna say, hey, you know, do this. And not everyone is meant to be married. Not everyone's meant to have a partner. You sometimes are meant to have to be single in a life because that's like what you need to learn. It's a life lesson, that you have to be okay with being by yourself. Um, maybe your soul had a lesson to understand, or you wanted to experience that level, so you appreciate your the love that you get from another person. It's really hard to say what um, your purpose is as an outsider, because I don't know what you've gone through. I don't know your feelings. I don't know anything. But when you start looking at things at a much deeper level, and step outside the box that society puts us in, you start to see things and realize things that you would never have realized before. For me, um, it's just like all the lessons everything that I've endured from childhood up until my adult years, all of it makes sense now, because I'm looking back and I'm like, oh, 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 and you start to put the pieces together, and you start to see the puzzle just come together, and it's like you start to see who you are, and it's a wonderful feeling, it really is. So, um, that's my take on you know God is he is everywhere. He is in everything. He is in everybody. And when you're interacting with another human being, and you have to understand that if they're acting a certain way, especially if you've been through that and you've experienced that emotion, you can understand the way that they're acting, and you won't react in a way that you typically would have before you understood. So if you're coming up with a person who's like just throwing hate at you, you can understand that the hate that they're throwing isn't directing at me. It's them. It's something that they're going through and they're trying to project it to get away from it. But unbeknownst to them, that when you're projecting that, it does absolutely nothing to the person that you're projecting. It just comes right back to you. And it allows me, when people are open to it, to help them identify that you're reacting this way to me because you see, XYZ, and you're able to assist them, to say that, you're not reacting this way because of anything I did. You see something in me, and it's activating that part, and you're reacting in a negative manner because it's uncomfortable. So I used to get that a lot um, with people who I thought were friends, and it's like it would be okay for a little bit, or coworkers, but then when that person sees you interacting with other people, and they try to interact with other people and they get a different reaction, it's like they don't like that. And I am someone who gets along with a lot of people. Like, I get along with almost anybody, because I don't judge. I don't care about your past. I don't judge. If you are a good person, I'm going to be able to sense that, and you can't really lie to me. Because I'm going to be able to pick up on, if you're pretending, I'm going to get that right away. And I'm not going to be able to let you in. I'll be nice to you, I'll be civil, but I'm not going to have a connection with you because I know that your intentions are not good. But if your intentions are well, and you're just, wanting to be friends, and you wanted to chat and stuff, I make connections with people, and those connections usually, um, people will never forget. And that's been my case. People don't forget who I am. When I have a connection with someone, when I meet somebody, and we make that connection, they never forget. I can go years without speaking to that person again, and then we'll run into each other, and they'll immediately know who I am, and we just pick up on talking again, like no time has passed whatsoever. And when people outside see that, and they're not able to form those connections, they don't like that ability. And they don't understand that the only reason I'm able to do that is because I'm not judgmental. I'm not jumping to conclusions. I let people, um, provide, I let them prove who they are. I don't let them, um, lie to me. And it's hard to say that that's true, but it is true. With my husband, people were telling me, listen to him. He's telling you who he is. And I'm like, I know he's telling me who he is. It's not this. It's not the person who's, abusing me and doing this. This isn't him. The person, he's already shown me who he is. I know who he is. And I'm going to help him get through this. Whatever he's battling, I'm going to be there, to help him fight this. And he took the ropes. He wanted to fight it. He proved to me that he was wanting to fight it, and he wanted to get away from it as well. And all it was he needed to heal as well. So I gave him that opportunity. And now, if it was the other way around, if it was that he was showing me that he was never going to change, that he was always going to be abusive, and then it would have had a different outcome. I wouldn't have given him the time of day. I wouldn't have allowed him to continue. But I stuck with it because he showed me who he was inside. I saw who he was. I saw the kind person. I saw the loving person. And the actions that he had did not line up with who he was. So it was more of a needing to help him understand. And when he started to understand, for one, the abuse immediately stopped. He knew exactly what was going on. He started to wake up. He started to do better. He stopped drinking, because he was on the verge of becoming a really bad alcoholic. He stopped doing the things that were harmful, to him, to himself, and then harmful to me. So it all ties in with being able to read people and pick up. So I do something that they're not able to. And when you open yourself up to being forgiving, and you open yourself up to being loving and kind-hearted, you give the people chances to prove who they are, and you're immediately able to see who they are. So that's kind of the reason that they do that is, they, and then they start to just see their shortcomings, and they react by bashing you, by hating you, by blaming uh, their shortcomings on you. So therefore they get angry. So if you're a naturally bubbly person and this person's having a rough time, even though they don't know your circumstances, they don't know that you might be suffering. They don't know that you might be going through, through the fire. But you choose to be outwardly open and loving and accepting and kind, whereas they're going through troubles and they're choosing to blame and fight, and just throw spears at people, instead of saying, I'm not going to let this affect me, portraying that I still love people, and I'm dealing with my emotions in a manner that's healthy. Instead, they do it in a manner that's unhealthy, which is reactive and blaming, instead of taking accountability and healing, and understanding that, yes, there may be things that have happened to you that weren't your fault, but you still have the ability to say that I'm going to forgive the person who did this to me. I'm going to forgive me for allowing it to happen, and I'm going to heal from the trauma that happened. I'm going to not allow it to stress me out. I'm not going to allow it to make me better, to make me hate other people, just because other people are able to handle and to be, loving. So that's the thing that you get. So if you experience people that come at you, just hold a place in your heart of forgiveness. Even though it is very difficult, don't be reactive. Just be kind, be pleasant, and just express, love towards them, to show them that you don't have to resort to being hateful and mean, and nasty to somebody just because you're going through a rough time. I've had people project that onto me. I've had someone come back and um, they were unhappy because I set boundaries, and they called me a bitch, and um, I just left it at that. And then they messaged back a couple months like, "Hey, friend, remember me?" I'm like, "Yeah, you did. You called me. You were name calling me. So how can I forget?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I apologize." And I didn't say that to be hateful or anything. I just, was reminding them, like, yes, this is what our last conversation was. So of course I remember, because I didn't understand why. All I just says that he said, the person was like, "Hey, I wish you all the best." And I was like, "Same to you." And then they just called me a bitch. So I was like, I don't understand what happened. I just wish them well. So I was confused. So that's kind of why I said that. And they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was going through a rough time." And I'm like, "It's okay. I don't hold grudges. I accept your apology, and I forgive you." But I did go on to say that I don't approve that going through a rough time is an excuse to treat someone who's only been kind. I've only ever been nice to them. I never was rude. I never called them names, even when they had pretended to be their brother and tell me that they had committed suicide. Despite all the things that they did, I was still very pleasant, very nice. I wasn't rude. So, um, yeah, it was really rough. So I kind of went through and I was like, that's no excuse. But I do gotta go. I wish you all the best. Have a great day. I will be back on Wednesday, hopefully. And you guys have a great day. Remember, you're wanted, you're loved, you do matter to this world. Take care.